we're live everywhere, so let's get this started. That was extremely loud, guys. Hopefully I didn't make anyone go deaf with my intro. What's going on today? The chat isn't ready. Hold on, I gotta open up the chat. Sometimes I forget to open that chat up. Restream. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. If you're with us on Instagram, check me out at facebook.com or youtube.com/cryptosomniac. Same thing for Twitch folks as well. If you're on Twitch and watching, you might find it more useful to join us on one of the platforms where you can see my screen being shared. So today we're going to talk about a couple of things. My top cryptocurrency pick of 2018, if not my best. And I'm going to be answering your guys' questions and as we go. And someone asked already, are you really giving McAfee a podium? Now, I don't endorse what he's doing at all. So let me just briefly summarize for you what's going on with John McAfee. So John McAfee, however you want to say it, has been pumping has been pumping coins lately. John McAfee, coin of the day. He recently announced that he will be announcing a coin of the day every day. This is today's coin, and we'll get to that. And man, that is loud. I have to change that. Let's lower the system volume. Let's see. Coin of the day. He has a bunch here. McAfee's coin of the day. I can't find his official tweet about it. Maybe it's in here. Giving us some holiday news. And this was red coin for those of you who were there for that. Anyway, I can't find his actual tweet on there for his coin of the day, but he's basically committed himself to announcing a coin of the day for the next several days. And I think I even saw rumors that he's changing that to maybe once per week, since it's getting kind of absurd. But what we saw is, and looks like that chat is all messed up. I gotta fix the chat. Looks like it's cut off a little bit. Alright, that looks a little better. Anyway, he's been pumping coins up. I don't know what you want to call it, pumping coins. And if we go to John McAfee's Twitter, John McAfee Twitter, what he's doing is shouting out coins basically. And he has such a large following on Twitter. For those of you who don't know, he was the guy that owned the software company McAfee Antivirus, and he sold it, I think, back in, I forget when it was, 2001 maybe. And he yeah, he changed coin of the day to coin of the week. That's right. Okay, so yeah, he did do that. Anyway, he sold it, and he's been big into crypto. He's kind of, you could say he's eccentric, to say the least. He's a bit crazy. He's got some interesting videos on the internet. But he's big into mining. He owns a lot of crypto, I'm sure, and his voice, I don't know that he's the most knowledgeable guy in crypto. Hell, I feel like I'm smarter than this guy, but he has some weight when it comes to crypto. And TradingView is getting good at banning anyone who joins the McAfee cult. McAfee is everything that is wrong with crypto right now. So I've said this before. There's two ways you need to learn to trade crypto if you're interested in trading crypto. One is technical analysis. Technical analysis, however, is only half the battle. This stuff is still extremely news driven, and that is different than how it is in the normal traditional world. For the most part, I mean, Amazon partnered with Whole Foods and the last couple months, and their stocks went up as a result, but it's not as heavily news driven. Hell, you can get coins double, triple, quadruple in just one day off of news. That doesn't happen in the stock market, really. For the most part, right? In cryptocurrency, that's kind of not the case. It's actually very, very strongly news driven, if not more than technical analysis. So you really have to be on top of the battle in both instances when it comes to that. Can you do the Ringle sounds softer on your computer? Let me know if changing the volume here actually helps with that sound next time someone subscribes, or hell, I might get rid of it altogether. We do have a little jingle that happens when someone donates or asks a question via the super chat. But anyway, the news. So it's big important to stay on top of the news, especially if you're a trader or a swing trader like we do sometimes. But John McAfee, I think, is committed to making coin of the week, and we'll be interested to see if that actually changes. Yeah, too loud. Actually, so I lowered the sound. I didn't even hear that come up on my screen. Let me see if lowering it down there does anything different. Let me know if the next time someone subscribes, if it's any lower. I just changed it again. But exactly, but what these guys are doing is wrong in an ethical way. That is what insider trading is, man. So yeah, I'm sure he told people about this before. You know, he posted, and I agree. I don't think it's ethical. That's a little messed up. By the way, Merry Christmas to everyone joining us back. I hope everyone had a good Christmas. And welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys ate a lot of cookies and had a good Christmas. But anyway, his coin of the day is let me know, did that Monopoly Money guy that subscribed just now, was that too loud? Still loud? Let me know if that Monopoly man was still too loud. If not, I might have to fix it via still loud. All right. You know what? Let's just get rid of it for now since it's too loud. I don't know how to change the loudness of it. I tried a bunch of times. Let's get rid of that. And all right. Oh shit. I actually can't get rid of it on air. Darn it. All right. Well. All right. Well, I'll have to figure that out after the stream, unfortunately. We'll just have to live with it. I think it got louder. I'll try. Look, I'm gonna try muting my volume, and like I said, I don't know if that's gonna do anything. If it does, let me know. Otherwise, I'll have to fix it after stream, unfortunately. But I'll keep that in mind for next time. Really sorry about that. Definitely, we'll figure that out. Anyway, let's stick to topics. So my top cryptocurrency pick of next year, maybe. I have OMG up there. You guys know that. And I think that's probably the safer bet. But Tron is my top cryptocurrency pick of the year. Your Twitter link in description is not working. Let's check that out. My Twitter link. If I go to my profile, I have a Twitter link right here. And it looks like it works for me. Speaking on Verge, I'm actually going to do a separate video on Verge tomorrow, if not later today. But Tron is my #1 pick of 2018. And for a lot of reasons. I made a little presentation on it just to cover some of the points about it and what I like. But it was John McAfee's tweet of the day. And I was actually going to do an experiment. Yesterday, I said to people in the Moon Lounge that I would be purchasing any coin that John McAfee posted about next, just to see if the run-up was, you know, if I was able to reap the benefits. Because he pumped up Redcoin, he pumped up Digibyte. Let's just take a couple look at these guys' charts when he did this. So, as you can see, it's down. Look at the pump. This is shortly after his tweet. There is the Digibyte pump. Let's look at the Redcoin. Thank you. But found you now. Thanks, Juiced Baker. Looks like I have not changed that to the Cryptosomniac Twitter. Look at Redcoin. Wow, that one's even more absurd than Digibyte. Redcoin. There's the Redcoin pump. The one after that was Humanic. And there is the Humanic pump. not as significant as some of the others. And then today it looks like they've been tapering off and getting less and less. Here's Tron. Laughable, basically. Nothing special. So I don't know if his influence has any weight anymore and if he's actually doing this. It'll be interesting to see what happens when people on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, I mean, I'm sorry, Instagram, might want to join us on Facebook or YouTube. But yeah, I agree with you guys. I think it is too late. Well, it'd be interesting to see what happens next week if he does these once per week now and see if there's any way to profit off these. I mean, even if you don't get in immediately and you're not one of the people he lets know, I mean, there still might be some money to be made. I don't advocate making money this way, but anyway, the focus, I want to stay on topic and talk about the strengths of what Tron actually is and why it should be a good investment, regardless of whatever the hell John McAfee says about it. Let's talk about the presentation real quick. So I put together just a short presentation, and looks like I moved it up to the top screen. So let's go through it real quick and just talk about why I like Tron so much. So I was an early investor into Tron. One of the very few ICOs I've actually purchased and got into. But for starters, Tron. Tron is founded by Justin Sun, and for those of you who don't know who he is the founder of Pyro as well as Clash of Clans, the video game. I've never played it, but I do know it's widely popular and pretty successful, from what I know. And it is basically the Snapchat of China. He's trying to make a entertainment app with these little 10-second audio snippets and profiles, very similar to what Snapchat does, however, in China. And for those of you who have never been to China or haven't realized, there are companies in China that are actually even larger than companies here in the US, such as Facebook and eBay, companies like Alibaba and Pyro and their version of Kik, or WhatsApp. They have a lot of humongous apps because they are a communist country. They like to peek in on what everyone's doing, so they don't like it when companies like Facebook, you know, Amazon and so forth have rule and control outside of their country and rule inside of their country. So they have their own versions for a lot of things, and companies that are even bigger. China is a humongous economy, so Pyro is huge. And with Tron, he's creating a decentralized media platform for the entertainment industry. You can imagine it kind of like the Google Play Store or the Apple Store for entertainment media. You'll be able to have a bunch of different services and apps. And someone asks ADA versus Tronix. I feel like that is not a fair comparison. They are very different and very different purposes. So I would not compare them. They are both good projects in my opinion, but definitely not catering to the same type of services. But back to Tron. Tron, anyway, is aiming to be just that, basically a Google Play or Apple Store for media, and humongous potential. One of the reasons is because, and to give you a little bit more background on Justin Sun, he was part of the Ripple team, the board, the advisory board. They have people from Ripple that invested in their advisors on the team. And there is backing from Jack Ma and Alibaba. So Jack Ma is the founder of Alibaba. And for those of you who don't know what Alibaba is, it's kind of like eBay, kind of like Amazon in China. Humongous, almost a $500 billion company. And one thing that Justin Sun did, which neither Bitcoin or Ethereum has been able to do, is create 10 million wallets like that. And that is huge. He was able to do that by deploying wallets to every user of the Pyro app, whom 10 million users use. 10 million users. One of the largest social media apps in China. And for that reason alone, I think it's huge potential. I just want to show you a couple of things before I move on to the next slide. Couple of things. So, Tron is like I mentioned, I wanted to show you. I'll come back to this slide later, but Justin Sun is an influencer on Twitter and really in China and in the space in general. He's kind of like a Vitalik, kind of seeking that attention a little bit. As smart as I think Vitalik is, I think he is a little bit seeking the fame and stardom, and he's very outspoken, and he tweets a lot, and same thing with Justin Sun. And when he tweets, people listen. He has that kind of power, it's important to note that in crypto, because a lot of this stuff is still very, very influential at this stage, and he tweets a lot, and he's very powerful. Alibaba. So, what else did I have here? I had a thing up about Alibaba. Where did it go? Maybe it was out here on the page. Where is it? I was on the Tronics Reddit, which, by the way, I love to look at Reddit sizes and just get an idea to gauge how well a coin is, doing by its Reddit subscribers. And they have a huge community, 15,000, definitely one of the larger ones in the space. Here's the article. One more senior developer from Alibaba just joined Tron. So another thing that I wanted to highlight, they have an incredible team. They have members, like I said, he used to work for Ripple. They have a number of people on the project. And if we quickly hop over to their website, maybe I can quickly highlight and feature just some of the team members that really caught my eye. This is one of the biggest reasons I invested in the project and purchased into it via ICO. So he's from the University of Penn, actually right next door to where I went to school. I went to school at Drexel for chemical engineering, and we kind of competed actually with Penn. Penn was kind of our rival campus, but Ivy League school there, one of the best schools in America. He made it to FIBS 2015, 30 under 30. Former chief representative in the Greater China of Ripple. People call him the protege of Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba. He's kind of like the next guy. Kind of like how we all thought Mark Zuckerberg could be the next Bill Gates. People compare him to the Jack Ma of China. He's also in 2017 Forbes 30 under 30 in Asia. And moving on to the team, who are the guys that really caught my eye? It looks like they changed this up. They had a founder of Clash of Clans, or Clash of Kings. Who else do we have? I remember I saw people from Coinbase and stuff. Famous angel investors, founder of BTC China. Where else? I'm pretty sure I saw Coinbase in here. Personality in China who made Jack Ma famous. Who else is in here? The team. I don't feel like looking into and reading everybody's team experience on air here again, but pretty sure I saw people from Coinbase in here. A really strong team. One of the best that I've seen in cryptocurrency, at least with experience and coming from different things that have succeeded. You guys know I like to get into projects that have good parent companies and people that came from other projects. And I'll predict price at the end. Just bear with me. Also, if you want a chance to win some free cryptocurrency, head over to Twitter or Facebook and share this video. Or my recent video for a chance to win some free Tron. I'm giving away some free Tron at the end of the show. And hit that likes button, guys, if you're happy and enjoy the content. Syndicator, CND. I'll have to comment later on that. It doesn't look like I've caught much sleep during Christmas. What's normal? I actually made a trade yesterday during Christmas, actually. I traded some NXT for more EOS, and I know that just on Christmas or the day before Christmas, we made a top 5 cryptos of Christmas Day crash sale, basically. And I wasn't shilling my own content for the sake of shilling it. I was speaking my own words when I said EOS was a top buy, and it was up something like 20% yesterday. So I bought some EOS early yesterday before that recent pump, and sold off NXT to do that. NXT is up pretty high because of the Ignis airdrop, and I profited like a bandit, down 20% almost today. So great opportunity, or great trade there, actually, selling off some of my NXT for that EOS. But the airdrop, I believe, is, I'm going to have to type it in real fast for those of you who are not familiar. Ignis airdrop. I forget it. I think it's a half of Ignis token for each NXT, or is it 500 million Ignis tokens will be given away. So yes, for every one NXT you get half an Ignis, which is actually pretty significant. So on the futures market, Ignis is trading at, we'll tell you, and BitHum is always trading higher. I don't get it. And we don't have access to BitHum here in the States. But Ignis, if we look at the futures market, is trading at like $4, guys. So for every NXT you have, you get $2 for free. That's actually not too bad. But I have a strong feeling this NXT is going to get dumped as soon as this is over. So I kind of went and I kind of went the unconventional route while everyone's buying. Look at this run up for NXT, man. Like, this is never when you want to buy. I always say stay away from parabolic moves like this. NXT is super parabolic, so I would have never considered suggesting buying NXT, but I profited. I sold some. I just figured, it's probably going to make me more money in the long run to maybe sell some and, profit off of this run up. I didn't. I do have a short attention span. I will get back to Tron, but there's just so much to talk about. I'm sorry. Chryson, the reason we're not checking this on my site, unfortunately, is because we don't have charts yet. We're getting charts. So one day we'll never have to leave the CryptoSomniacs site. But anyway, back to NXT. So I didn't sell all my NXT. I'll take advantage of the airdrop. You have to move your coins to hit BTC or Bittrex to profit or take advantage of it. But I don't know. I just saw an opportunity to sell NXT yesterday, buy some EOS at cheap, and I think it paid for itself. NXT is down 16%. Meanwhile, EOS is up 5%. And I think at the time that I bought it, it was like sub $8 levels. I think I bought like right down here at the bottom of this, like right there at 7.7. So I made pretty well, and I told the Moon Lounge that as well. So back to Tron. So what's with Tron's roadmap? Tron has a diesel roadmap, I'll tell you. Who knows if they'll live up to it, but I like it. I like the ambition, and if anyone can do it, I think it's them, because they have money, they have companies, they have investors. And the white paper was very well written. I read this white paper. I talked about this months ago. This is one of the few ICOs that I've ever bought into. And it has a massive, massive roadmap. And that means there's a lot of things to come. They're a massive project. But if they hit their roadmap objectives, this has humongous potential in years and years to come. This is not a coin that I think may be around for 6 months or a year. This coin has humongous long-term potential, really. I really think that, and my portfolio reflects it. I started off investing. You guys know I don't invest more than 5% of my portfolio to ICOs, but it's quickly turned into a large percentage of my portfolio, given its like 20-25x return it's already provided me, and it's what was I going to say? Humongous long-term potential still. I really see it as very little risk in your portfolio at this point. I think it deserves its spot inside the top 100 right now, so early on. Going back to the presentation, let me finish the second thing in my prezzo. And if you guys like the content, please smash that thumbs up button. I'll try to answer as many questions as possible, especially once I'm done going through all of it. And if you want some free Tron, we're giving away free Tron at the end. All you have to do is share my most recent video, top 5 crypto picks on Twitter or Facebook. Where is my presentation? I must have closed it. Here it is. All right, back to the presentation. So, again, 10 million plus wallets, something that is genius by deploying it into the Pywo app. So much exposure, genius. And going forward, so the ICO did incredibly well. This thing sold out instantly on Binance. I woke up 2 days in a row at like 5, 6 in the morning to invest in this ICO. And it sold out on Binance in 5 seconds flat, guys. Twice. They held it over 2 different day periods. It instantly sold out because everyone knew it was a hit, or it would be a hit. It kind of went under the radar. There was no marketing here that I saw about in the East, or the West rather. I don't even know how I found out about it, to be honest. Maybe someone clued me in from the West, or sorry, the East. But it sold out instantly. It was added. Justin Sun claims that it will be added to 1 exchange per week in 2018. That is great news. They've just got recently added to a major exchange on Friday. Everyone was speculating that that might have been BitHum. I think it's just a matter of time until it gets on BitHum. And when you get on there, you guys know that that's good news. It goes open source on the 29th. And you see that reflect... Oh, shit. My slides aren't even up on the screen. Top 10 cryptos. Tron is run by Chinese, and I can't trust yellow humans. Presentation not on screen. Yeah, sorry for that. I have 500 Tron only because Binance gave it out for... Isn't it crazy that 500 Tron is worth like $20 right now or something? That's crazy. Anyway, sorry. So the screen. Prezzo's on screen. The ICO sold out instantly on Binance. It's being added to 1 exchange per week in 2018. And it goes open source on the 29th, guys. 3 days from now, you'll be able to view the entire code. I know Snae's getting better at practicing reading. Maybe he'll look at the code. He's in India right now. Meanwhile, here I am working. But I love what I do, so that's all right. Snae's sister got married earlier this year, and she's re-celebrating her marriage with family in India with Snae. Partnerships galore are coming. I think I've read another 10 million wallets are coming due to a partnership that they're having. Yes, partnered with Gifto and Wax. They have a number of partnerships and a number of more that they're announcing and will be coming, especially going into the new year. Wasn't Snae all about hating going to India? I think he is tired of going to India. I think his family drugged him there a couple times. Drug him, not drugged him. Sorry. But he's getting tired of going to India. I would love to go to India. I've yet to been to India. I've lived in Southeast Asia for, I don't know, about a year last year, and I loved it. I would love to visit India. Have not been yet. I'll get to my Tron price prediction at the end of the show. If you're with us on Instagram, you might want to join us on Twitter or Facebook. And there's a token burn in January, guys. 20% token burn. Token burn is an opportunity. Well, not an opportunity, but they'll be burning a bunch of tokens. Faye asks, is it okay to buy Tron with Ether? Of course. It is faster, and it moves a lot more quickly than Bitcoin. Chicken tikka. Yeah, I actually made myself some chicken tikka earlier. I love Indian food. Just tuned in, but I'm having trouble hearing the broadcast. Any tips? I don't think anyone else is having trouble. I'm not sure. Double check your audio. Good price to buy Tron. Actually, it is. And we'll break free to the charts, and we'll perform some TA on the price of Tron in a moment. But there's the token burn. There are so many good things about this project. I just tried to highlight some of them here for you. And I think it is a great, great project. And Okay, so someone asked what's token burning. So token burning is the process of actually just burning tokens. Basically, it's kind of a funny analogy, but you can send, when you send, basically there's a lot of Bitcoins that have been burned. When you send Bitcoins to a token address that no one owns the private keys to, or yeah, just that. Those tokens kind of disappear. They're gone forever. And they'll be burning a lot of tokens in supply and burning 20% of them to further reduce the coin supply, making Tron thereby a little bit more rare. That's kind of how burning tokens goes or works. They send them to a dead address kind of, and they are forever gone. This happens a lot with basically it happens all the time with Bitcoin. Hell, I've even lost Bitcoins back in the day. I think I've sent, when I was first getting used to what the heck a Bitcoin wallet was, Bitcoins to dead addresses and addresses by accident, and I probably have thousands of missing dollars, unfortunately. But they're burning tokens, so there's a lot of good stuff for Tron. And let me see if there's anything that I didn't have up on screen. So we have that. I'll go through a good price point. Let's do that. Let's go through the charts, and I'll give you my price point to get in at. And Tron can burn tokens to my wallet. That would be great. The crypto other guys, what's going on? Tron is a shitcoin. I'm sorry, guys. This guy is a paid actor. He got paid 20 Bitcoin for this presentation. McAfee got 50 Bitcoin for his tweet. I wish I got paid 20 Bitcoin for this presentation, man. And I totally disagree that this is a shitcoin. A paid actor. I didn't get paid by Tron to do this. I always say if I'm sponsoring or reviewing a coin, I will say that on air. I have no issues doing that. Bad connection. That's unfortunate. Hopefully it's not everybody. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely am not shilling anything bad. I mean, I can show you. I think I actually showed you guys my portfolio. I bought what's it called? Tronics. I threw the ICO, and I showed you guys that I was an early investor into Tron. I literally went into my wallet 4 or 5 videos ago or something like that when I first talked about Tron, and showed you guys that I bought crypto, that I bought Tron. I'm not making this stuff up. So anyway, let's go through the charts. The haters are gonna hate. What are you gonna do? Thanks, guys, by the way. Thanks for all your support. I really appreciate it. I'm always greatly amazed and thankful for all the viewers that I have on the channel. It really surprises me to this day. I actually started the channel off of Snae's recommendation. I really had no idea that it would be so successful and people would be interested in hearing my thoughts on crypto. It's been a really exciting journey. So thank you guys all for your support. Sometimes I'm baffled by it, but it's really awesome, and I love making this my full-time job and just helping people. But anyway, I have a preset chart, that I like to look at when I'm analyzing coins. And unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of data for Tronics yet, and I usually always start with the daily. Unfortunately, the daily does not look incredibly hot. The MACD is crossing. We have we don't even have 77-day moving averages yet because it's still so young. The RSI is going down. MACD looks like it's about to cross. That's never a good sign in the daily. Too lazy to read white papers. I just buy the cryptos with the nicest coins, 4K and the Dogecoin. Tell us about Coinigy. I cover charting and analysis and everything in my course on on cryptocurrency, you can go to my website and head over to the products page, and I do that in the video course. I go over how to chart and everything. But Coinigy is great. It's free. I use the paid version. I think you get a little bit more features. Or actually, I think it's only free for like 30 days, but it's worth its weight in gold if you enjoy trading cryptocurrency. Chat is in front. Shit, I always hate that. Sorry for the loud notifications. I will fix them next video and only turn them on for the super chat. They are a little bit annoying. Sorry for that. I can't change that on air. I'll move the chat over. It looks like it's a little bit in the way of the charts. So sorry about the loud notifications. I'll turn them off starting next video. Unfortunately, I can't end them mid-video. So we're on the daily chart. Daily chart doesn't look amazing. MACD's crossing, but we're going to zoom in. All right. We're going to start the 4 hour. I like to use the 4 hour a lot. And dun da da da. The RSI is looking pretty good. The MACD though is still plummeting, which is not good. And we'll give price Q prices as well as price predictions for 2018 momentarily. And here we have the MACD is crossing on the 1 hour, 2 hour rather. That looks good. RSI is still pretty low, which is a good sign. On the 1 hour, MACD is doesn't even tell us that much. Looks like it's kind of crossing. RSI is pretty low. It's a decent sign. Let's go to the 30-minute. RSI not telling us much, or MACD rather, and RSI is kind of in the middle. So I'm going to go back to the 4 hour because it's just a nice view of the chart, not too long, not too short. And I'm just going to open up the chart and give you a price. So I'm going to use my fib retracements. This is where I really like to analyze good entry points, and it looks like we might have even hit these a couple of times. And I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive than I usually am. I'm a pretty conservative guy when it comes to investing. I usually give levels that usually hit, but I am a little concerned with all the great news coming out of Tronics that it may not. But I think a lot of you know how I usually offer my entry points, and I love to use Fibonacci retracements when we see big run-ups like this. And I'm going to draw one, and I can tell already right now I might raise these levels a little bit higher than normal so you don't miss the boat. What I suggest is definitely ladder in, and if it does drop more, you can buy more. And that is exactly what I would do if I were you. And if things hit this level, I will definitely take advantage and try to trade. But I'd like to draw fib retracements. I'm not going to cover on air how to do them exactly. But I will draw one from here to here. And my sweet spot is this blue region here, and it's hit a number of times. Well, since this run up once, and you would have gotten pretty not lucky, but you would have made out pretty decently. I love to buy in the blue region. So this is the region I'm talking about, the 618 level, and that Q price is going to correspond to, and I'll write it in text on the here, and let's move this over, and we'll do that. So anything below 185 satoshis is a buy, and that is going to be my more conservative level. Like I said, I'm going to give you two levels here. That is one. I believe that is, if it drops below that, I'll be picking some up. If you don't have any yet, and you want to pick up a little, I'm actually going to suggest buying some right now. We've been locked inside of this band right here on the fib, which is the 50% level. And we've hit it, and it's holding support, and it's got decent support from the past. You can see here there was a lot of support, and the next line is is that line where I told you earlier, which I think we could hit, but it's tricky though. Like I said, there's a lot of great news coming out for Tron, including it's going open source on the 29th. You have a lot of partnerships coming. It's founded by a great team, and it's being added to an exchange per week starting in January. So I'm not positive it'll hit those levels. It could be one of those anomalies. And a lot of times the fib tool works great at telling you when to get in, and almost 90% of the time we hit that blue region that I like to buy. And if anyone's seen it, it's time and time again. This stuff is very mathematical, and as an engineer I love it because it's not something that you have to take a lot of risk on. It's very calculated and usually works pretty well. Getting in at those levels usually works very, very well for you. So definitely going to suggest pick some up now if you don't, at 224 satoshis. And if you don't have the ability to, that's fine. Maybe wait till 185. And if we get lucky, you'll see that drop to 185, and it'll be a steal. And since I have a significant portion already, I'm not going to be buying at these levels. But if it drops to 185, I may buy some more. Just given all the fantastic news recently on it, and really solidifying my views from, reading up on the project back several months ago when I bought it. And let's take a look at some questions, and I'll give you my price predictions for, am I an insider? An insider of what? Of Tron? I wish. I would love to be. Ooh, yeah, I'm going to keep that tab up for just a moment. Where are you guys on YouTube? I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone's questions or super chats. I like big bags of cheap shit. Why did McAfee's tweet have a reverse effect on Tron? So I suppose the McAfee effect has worn off, right? He's been tweeting a bunch of coins, and I thought Humanic and Digibyte aren't that great of coins. I'm personally not invested in either. I used to own Digibyte, and now I no longer do. I mean, sorry, Humanic. And the day I found out about Omise Go, I instantly traded all my Humanic in for Omise Go because I thought Omise Go was 1,000 times better. And for those of you who follow me, I do like a lot of Omise Go. Am I still bullish on Wabi? I love Wabi. I think it's very early. In fact, I made a post on it that in Reddit, and if I go to my Reddit account, I'd love to. I tried to get in contact with Wabi because I really liked their project. And right here, I am this post. Would love to support Wabi using my influence on YouTube. I actually tried to message them on Twitter and Instagram, or Twitter and Telegram. I would love to just have an interview with the founder and try to just, get their message out there a little bit, because I really like what they're doing. And I watched a lot of their videos and the videos that he made on the product, and I think it's really cool. I love it. Thoughts on IOTA, Ripple, OMG, and Bitcoin? Yeah, I love OMG. I think Ripple is maybe the next coin that gets added to Coinbase. Their headquarters are within walking distance from what's it called? Coinbase. Definitely a hot one. I'm not suggesting Redcoin is a good coin. I was interested yesterday in, I told the guys in the Moon Lounge I would be purchasing whatever coin McAfee tweeted about and see if it worked. But looking at yesterday's results with Humanic and today with Tron, it doesn't look like it. And I think some of the issue today is that Tron is already massively run up from its levels just a couple of days and weeks ago. But I do think that it's worth laddering in some orders, perhaps starting now, being that it is at one of these lower ends of the bands. When I charted it, it is right here. If it drops down to this one, that would be my next level, and that is my sweet spot. That is my good level. I do want to talk about price prediction, and then I'll answer your guys' questions, especially about ICX, because I did pick up some ICX. a couple of days ago. Man, I made out so well. Would love to hear your perspective on social media. Send. Not familiar with the project. Sounds interesting. I'll have to look into it. But my price prediction for it, and this is going to be aggressive, but I was sitting in an office, and we had a video, and those of you know, Indahash consulted me for ICO services, and I flew to Indahash in Poland, and we had a table and a roundtable discussion, and I think they recorded it, and I would love for them to release that video. Everyone was going around the table predicting thoughts on the prices of A, Bitcoin by the end of the year, and 2, the market cap of when we would hit $1 trillion. I was the closest to Bitcoin's price at the end of the year. Everyone was a bit modest. I had predicted 10K. We were at 15K. This was about 3-4 months ago, back when Bitcoin was only like 2K. And I was at least the closest. I've seen the potential in blockchain for a while, and I know that it's still very young and early. I'm predicting Bitcoin's price next year will be between 100 to 150K. Hands down. Thanks, Shanatu. I definitely like to share and spread the wealth. Definitely trying to help you guys make some money. But let's talk about price prediction, and I'll try to answer as many questions as possible. How long have I been live for? 46 minutes. Sometimes I feel like I get on a tangent. You look at Reddit member count. What other metrics? Yeah. Hold on. Let me just finish my train of thought. I'm getting too distracted. Let me finish the thing, and then we'll answer questions. My price prediction, it may sound outlandish, but my point with Bitcoin was I called it back when we were at 2,000, and people at the table were looking at me like I was funny. And when I said 10K, little did they know we would be, or little did we all know it would be 15K. But my price prediction is $1.50, and a couple of things made me estimate that price prediction. I'm quiet. Maybe I'll try raising something. Try now. Let me know if I'm any louder. $1.50. How did I make that price prediction? Well, the thing you really need to look at is a couple of things. You need to look at token supply, and you need to look at market cap. So for it to reach that price, this is how I made my calculation. I said I predict basically Tron to be 100 billion in market cap. Right now, Ethereum's at 75. I think we could reach 100 billion next year alone, just because it has humongous potential. It has a lot of different use cases, and next year is going to be the largest year in cryptocurrency we've ever seen. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 3 to 4 trillion total, and I think we will see a couple of coins past the $100 billion mark next year. Tronix not being only one of them. And I looked at Alibaba's total company valuation, 445 billion right there. I'm estimating Tron could get to 100 billion given its big leg up, developers from Alibaba, the backing of Jack Ma from Alibaba, knowing what Justin Sun's been able to do, knowing that cryptocurrency is exploding, knowing that there's so much room for growth in all of this, and the amount of people in China backing this project is pretty big. So I estimated 100 billion. So, and then I went backwards and I calculated the price. So I opened up the calculator and I went, okay, we can be at 100 billion. Oops. That is me on my screen. And I went backwards. So I went 100 billion and divided it by its current market cap of 2.5 basically billion, meaning it could 40x next year from its current valuation, which means its price would 40x. So then I took 40 and multiplied it by its current price, 0.037, and I got $1.48. So I estimating Tronix could reach as high as $1.50 next year. That is my price prediction for Tronics. That is a 40x return, and I think it has humongous potential. I've heard very little YouTubers talk about it yet, and I'm in the West here, so I do know there's a lot of potential still for it to be talked about. I think it could break the top 10. I think it has a lot better use case than a lot of these. I would love to talk about Verge. I'm going to talk about Verge maybe later tonight or tomorrow. I'd love to cover it in a separate video. Won't the token burn increase the value before the 40x return? Yes, it will. And that has an effect on it as well, token burns. I also believe the full market, the full coin supply isn't also released yet as well. So I do know they're burning coins, and I believe they're also releasing more onto the market at a later date. If we look at CoinMarketCap, unfortunately, we don't have this feature here yet. But if you go to CoinMarketCap and we look at Tron, the total supply eventually will be 100 trillion. Or that's billion, rather. Sorry, 100 billion. But Verge, no, not better than Tron in my opinion. Can I suggest the next best alternative to Bittrex, Shantanu? Yes. And I'm making a course actually on this right now, the best exchanges to open up. Not the best exchanges. I'm doing a tutorial on how to open an exchange on every single platform. But Binance is my number 2. And it looks like the community agrees. Binance is very, very good. In fact, I should start putting my referral link in there on the profile because I believe you get a little bonus for signing up. Maybe, maybe not. I know Coinbase does. I don't know if Binance gives you a kickback or not. But Binance, everyone agrees. Binance is dope. Very little to get on and listed. Wow. Wow. I can't believe so many people agree. Binance. Hashtag Binance, guys. But yeah, Binance is the shit. Which coins will I not be selling next year? Great question. Most of the coins I own. So I have a trading portfolio and a long-term portfolio. I have a long-term portfolio that I never touch. And it sits on my ledger, and it's a pain in the ass to even want to trade it because it's locked for good. HitBTC is also very good. I agree. I think HitBTC is my backup after Binance. But what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, long-term. So I have a short-term and a long-term portfolio, one that I like to trade with and one that I lock up. But even the coins I trade with, I still think are all really good projects. I don't really trade coins I don't like. You know, I wouldn't scroll down this list and be like, oh, I'm going to trade BitConnect today because I don't believe at all in BitConnect. But I have Bitcoin, I have Monero, I have Litecoin, I have EOS, I have Tron, Qtum, Neo, Ethereum, Omise Go, Kyber, and a number of things. Mostly those make up a lot of my long-term portfolio. And those are coins that I won't be trading regardless of news anytime soon, unless something detrimental happens, but I don't expect any of that anytime soon. Should I go from Burst into Tron? I don't know a whole lot about, I do like Token Pay, from what little I do know about it. I haven't read into it yet. I need to look more. Top 5 altcoins for 2018. Have I made a video? You know, I got to make a video for that. My top 5 altcoins of the year. Next video I'd like to make, though, is the top 10 cryptocurrencies medium-term risk. I made a retirement sort of fund. I'd like to give you sort of the medium risk fund. Is there a maximum number of different coins you recommend holding at once? Not really. I think everyone has a different portfolio. I mean, if you have $100, you don't want 100 projects. I'm invested into many projects, but I'm playing with a little bit more than $100. So start off and get yourself some money first. invest into some of the safe picks and get yourself a footing and learn how to trade, and then you can move into some of the other arenas and areas. Someone asked about Wabi again. I love Wabi still, and how you believe in Wabi can be the new Walton. I do think actually Wabi is competing a little bit in a different space than Walton too, so I do think that they can still coexist. Wabi is focused more on B2C, whereas Wabi and VeChain are more B2B. So I don't think they're really competing a whole lot in that regard. So love Wabi, would love to try and get different an interview with their team. I think it's really cool. Wabi is ching chong. I can trust this shit. I only buy Happy Noodles. Why is citizens not allowed to buy token pay on ICO? Many ICOs, I think the US has outlawed ICO purchases in the US. One reason why I'm not a big investor anymore into ICOs, it's a hassle. A lot of times you can get them cheaper even after ICO. But while we're talking about ICOs, let me talk about an ICO I was also an investor in, and this one took a long time to pan out for me. But I am an investor into Wager. It was one of the first ICOs I invested in back in June or July, and it's finally reaping the benefits. I purchased for 5 cents, and we were as high as 60 cents earlier today for a 12x return. It's flying under the radar. I'm not suggesting you go out and buy it, but I think it has more potential than both, what is it called? What are the other twos? Ether Roll and, yeah, Ether Roll. And what's the other one? What's the other gaming or casino type token? Forget the name of it now. Oh, Fun? Is it Fun? Yeah, I believe it's Funfair. I'm not big into gambling coins. I didn't invest a whole lot into Wager. It is a very speculative, little amount, edgeless as well. But I have not invested a lot, but it turned out really well, and I see the gambling industry is definitely huge. They're focused only on sports, which is the thing that kind of got me. I'm definitely a big sports fan. I'm not as big as a casino fan, but they're more betting and head-to-head betting than, say, these casino games. They're more to do with sports, and for that reason, I was a little bit more interested than normal gaming bet tokens. Normally, I'm not a big fan of that type of stuff, as well as lending, but I was interested in Wager because of the sports betting. I'm not much of a man to bet. In fact, I take very little risk in that regard. I hate betting. I hate taking chance. I only take calculated risk, and betting at a casino essentially is a losing proposition inherently. The system is inherently designed to make you lose. A house always has more than a 50% chance to win, basically. So gambling by design is a losing option. So I don't gamble, but betting sports is a little fun sometimes. You know, I like to make bets with friends and say, you know, hey, I think the Sixers are going to win today, or the Eagles are going to do this. So for that reason, I was a little bit more interested than, say, your generic gambling tokens. But I take a look at it. It's very interesting. You get to run master nodes, and I don't know why I didn't pull it back up. But if you own enough, you can run a master node. I think it's $25K to run a master node. So I'll be excited to at least try and run a master node, one of my first coins that I'll be trying this on. When I say a little amount, that really depends on your portfolio. Does it mean $100, $1,000, $5,000, or $10? When I say little amounts, I usually mean like 1 or 2%. I'll put that into percents for you because everyone's portfolio is different, right? If you have a $1,000 portfolio, you're right. A little might be $10 to you, whereas a little to Vitalik might be, you know, a couple $100,000. So I usually I mean 1 to 2 to 3%. How will the new tax law affect the U.S.? Should we stockpile privacy coins? I was an early investor into Monero. I purchased Monero at sub-dollar purchases, and I purchased shit tons of it because I saw the potential and the value in it. I still think there's a ton of potential in privacy-based cryptocurrencies, namely Monero. And tomorrow we will do a video on Monero as well as Verge. Unless there is some groundbreaking news to cover. Litecoin, $600 a coin end of January. I think that's ambitious, but I'm a big fan of Litecoin, especially over BCH. My opinions on BCH, I think the future it will grow just because it's on Coinbase. Still not a fan of it at all. I hate Roger Ver. I don't think any man running a company or being a spokesperson of a company or anything should act like that man does. But yeah. I think Litecoin's better than BCH. Faster block times, same fees, no added value really. Why are prices on Binance so far off from a site like OCFX or CoinMarketCap? So just to give you a brief overview, cryptocurrency is a global market. CoinMarketCap is an aggregate of all prices in the entire world off every exchange. So if you click, Bitcoin Cash and go to markets, you'll see that there are hundreds of markets for Bitcoin Cash. And CoinMarketCap is in an aggregate weighted by volume of all prices. So though the price on one exchange might be different than another, CoinMarketCap just reflects the cumulative average amongst all of those coins. So you have to keep that in mind. So yes, it will be different from exchange to exchange. Do I like IOTA? I am invested in IOTA. I think it is a pipe dream and difficult. If I only had $15 to $20, where would you start? Purchase your first piece of Bitcoin. That's where everybody needs to start. And I want you to understand that you don't need to own a whole Bitcoin at this point if it's too hard. Get your feet wet. I think Bitcoin is still the #1. And it's king. And you need to own a little bit of it. You need to own Bitcoin before you can go anywhere. Start with Bitcoin. BitShares is interesting there, Mike Williams. I think BitShares is really interesting. One of the first projects to leverage delegated proof of stake and very mindfully crafted by Dan Larimer, who is now working on EOS. He also helped to work on Steem. However, I became very disinterested in investing in BitShares for two reasons. One, it was delisted from Bittrex because it was viewed as competition. And two, I've literally tried to use BitShares, the platform, to trade cryptocurrencies, and I couldn't successfully get in. I couldn't get set up, couldn't get logged on, and it deterred me, and I'm no longer an investor for that reason alone. I used to invest, but due to its difficult to use platform, I said, screw it, and I'm going to take my money elsewhere. So I went to Kyber, and I gave Kyber my money. Substratum will be very interesting to watch, especially with the play on net neutrality, and depending upon if the bill is repealed here in the United States on net neutrality, and if it's successfully repealed, I think we'll also have a lot of weight on the price of Substratum going forward. So I think it'll be interesting. You definitely need to do a little bit of research on what net neutrality is doing and if it will be repealed at all. Is there a cheaper site to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum other than Coinbase? What you can do is go to Bitcoin, and if you go to the Markets tab, you can see the price on every exchange. GDAX is Coinbase's exchange, basically. And you can view the prices on every exchange to find which exchange it might be cheapest on. And wow, BitHum always trades at a premium. And look at that one, $20,000 a Bitcoin in Korea at the moment. That is wild. Hey guys, smash that thumbs up button if you're happy with the content. Like I said, I'm so happy that all of you guys are fans of the channel, and I'm always grateful for all of my viewers, and I really try to answer as many questions as possible. Share this video or my last video on Twitter or on Facebook for a chance to win some free Tron, being that we talked about it so much here today. You'll have a chance to win some. my last video on my top crypto picks during the Christmas crash. And usually we pin the tweet, and I'll pin it for you guys just so you have a few more moments to get into it. And man, my videos and Twitter are not loading at rocket speed at the moment. Interesting. That's the current video. Neo versus Ethereum. Where's my crypto video? My top 5 picks of the Christmas crash. Give me one moment to find them. Here it is, I believe. I believe this is the video. Here we are. There we go. Is that the video? I believe that's the video. And if we look, here we are. I'll pin this tweet momentarily, and you guys can check us out over there and let us know what it does. Let me pull up the questions. Let's go back. Reminder for Syndicator, BitBay, and Request Network. I like Request Network. I've yet to do a lot of research on Syndicator. Not invested, but I do think BitBay, Request Network is super interesting. I really like what they're doing. Also, while I'm on the topic, and I want to stray for just a moment, I'm looking for a good time to buy a little bit of Ion. If you're a fan of what Raiden is doing, you need to own a little bit of Ion as a hedge. They're doing something very similar. They're direct competitors in my eyes. But I think that you need to be a little conscious of what they're doing. They're helping to scale third-gen blockchains. They are basically a third-gen blockchain, helping to address some of the scalability concerns in the space. And just very, very similar thing that Raiden is doing. So you need to own some as a hedge. If you're an investor of Raiden, you need to own a little bit of Ion. It's just how I see it. Thoughts on Icon? I think Icon has humongous potential given the small market cap that it has right now. It has humongous potential, being that Korea is huge. You guys know. I saw you. Korea is huge when it comes to volume, and being marketed as the Ethereum of Korea is huge. And they're only on a couple of exchanges. They're on like 2 exchanges, Binance and OKX. So huge potential. I think it easily could be top 10 in market cap given the huge interest of Koreans, and that easily puts it at 5 times its current price. Easily 5 times its current price. Easily could be a $30 coin in the next month or 2. Easily. Keep ignoring my questions on Snovio. I apologize. It's very difficult. I'm trying to answer everybody's questions. Snovio is interesting. The idea doesn't just genuinely excite me, but I do think they have a genuine use case. They have a user base already in their project, which is always important. They have basically a company that started already several years ago, and now they are trying to pool information and crowdsource leads basically, and utilize lists of info for companies that way, and create better lists of people to reach out to and market to instead of whatchamacallit. And I do want to suggest to get out of Verge at the moment. I'm going to do a video. I would love to do it today. I think it's going to have to wait till tomorrow. But we're going to compare Verge and Monero. And we're going to sit down and we're going to have a little chat about some of my findings in Verge and some of my thoughts. But we've been live for an hour. I did a review on Snovio back a couple weeks ago. Go check it out if you haven't, and let me know what you think. I'm going to round out the stream now, give you guys some free crypto. Oh, and we're going to share a couple of the new things that we have in store for you. And the portfolio is getting a lot closer to being done. But if you go to my channel and we go to the sleepless stream, we're getting closer to having people on there around the clock. Go to the channel and type in sleepless, or you can go right here, featured channels, Crypto Somniac, or just type in on YouTube, sleepless Crypto Somniac, and I will give you guys the link right here in the chat so you can click it. We're live there all the time, chatting and charting 24/7 as true Crypto Somniacs should be. I will link that right there in chat for you guys, and if I play it, I'll mute the sound. And ooh, I'm gonna have to update these charts because we are way out of the window, or at least the 15-minute. This is on the 15-minute, so I'm gonna have to update those charts, but at least someone's usually always there chatting, and we're getting there. So subscribe, and hopefully we can get enough people there that are always chatting, and it's a lot like a troll box. I'd love to get some more people in there. I'm not the biggest believer in Verge and Wraith protocol, and I have some interesting things to share, and I will share them in a video with you guys. So join us on the new stream. Also, head out, check out the website. Sign-ups for the Crypto Somniac Advantage, I think, will be taking place at the end of the week. Regarding LA-based meetups, I should hold some. I live in LA. If there's enough interest and there's people out here in LA, let me know. I could definitely try to host some kind of networking event and get something perhaps sponsored, and I would love to do that. I cannot wait to have some cryptocurrency retreats next year for people that are serious, people, investors and whatnot. Is Tron high risk? Definitely not. Tron is low risk in my opinion. My price prediction to recap was $1.50. Damn, I moved out of Long Beach. Wish I could be a part of that meetup. I'll fly in from Australia for it, mate. That's awesome. If there's enough interest, why don't you guys, once the video's over, so I know, and if you're watching this and it's after the video's over, comment on the video so I can get a better idea of how many people are really interested. You won't be able to comment because this video is live, but once it's live, if you could just comment, if you're seriously interested in a meetup, it would probably cost money. It would probably be sponsored. But if you're interested in seriously networking and getting to know some more info, let me know. Comment on the video, and we'll try to figure something out, whether it be here in Los Angeles or another part of the country or even outside of the country. I do think Verge is a sell, though. And is Data Wallet, or is that something different? Streamer Data Coin. I'm not familiar with the project, unfortunately. I cannot comment. Otherwise, I would. Anyway, join us on the new stream. Head out, check out the website. Subscribe to the newsletter if you want to get updated about what's going on. I've been leaking old information from the Moon Lounge and kind of prefacing you with some little hints of some things. I called the Neopop a couple days ago. Been leaking some different trades and things there for free. To prep you guys for what you might want to, or what you can expect from the Crypto Somniac Advantage. It's also going to be free for 14 days because we know and believe in it so much that we know that you guys will like it. So there will be an opportunity to try it out for free, and we are getting prepared to release that very soon. Let's give away the free crypto. And join us on the Sleepless stream. And Again, I'll link that one more time for you guys. If you just go to YouTube, and type in Cryptless, Sleepless Cryptosomniac, and I'll link it one more time. So let's give out some free crypto, and I usually do that via the random number generator, and 1 for Facebook, 2 for Twitter. You guys know how it works. And it looks like today's is on Facebook. So if you're not a fan of the page, go to facebook.com/cryptosomniac. All you have to do is share the video to have a chance at winning some free crypto. We're going to be selecting a winner from the recent video of top 5 cryptos for sale. And unfortunately, Facebook has these weird privacy rules that does not allow us to share everyone's tweet or see everyone's share. So I have to count manually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. So I was only able to see 9 people. So we're going to select a number between 1 and 9. Random number generator. I have no social life. What? Facebook? You can use Twitter too. So a number between 1 and 9. And the winner is lucky number 1. So that is going to be Zola, your mother. And we will take a little snippet of that, and someone will be in contact with you shortly about giving you some free Tron. So thanks for participating. All you have to do to be eligible tomorrow is share this video on Facebook or Twitter. And what I'll do is I will pin this video right here so you have the opportunity to win some free crypto tomorrow. Looks like I have to be signed in as a business manager to be able to actually pin posts to the top of the video. And I hope you guys are getting excited for my stream was stopped. Is that right? Hopefully that's not right. It says I'm running out of disk space. Let's pin this post and leave it as a wrap. So his eyes are this big always, or is it a Snapchat Photoshop? Whose eyes? Whose eyes? My eyes? My eyes are always wide awake looking at crypto. Top 3 for crypto next year going to be OMG, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, and Tron. Top 4. But I'm calling Tron as one of my biggest winners of next year in terms of gains. Top cryptocurrency of 2018. And thank you all for watching. So I'm going to round out the stream. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Check out the website. Subscribe to the newsletter. And cannot wait to bring you some more information about the advantage. So thanks, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll be in touch soon. See you guys tomorrow.